All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Here we go, another review. This is the SOG Terminus XR carbon fiber, and will you look at this beautiful knife? It is incredibly cool. So before I get too far into it, I want to thank JB at Big Red EDC for loaning me this knife for review. He's been so nice to me. Go check him out. Appreciate it, JB. So again, SOG or SOG, whichever one you call them. I'm stuck calling them SOG in my head, but I've heard them calling them SOG lately, so guess we should say that to be proper. Has been really stepping up their game lately. This flipper is just super cool. Look at that. This guy is right at 7 inches. Just love the two-tone finish of the blade. You got satin down here and more of a frosted look up here, and it's the swedge is super cool. Nice drop point or clip point, I guess you would say. Really nice. Got the sharpening choil back here. Great looking knife. So this has the XR lock, as you can see. If I can, there we go, I got it. And just a great lock. I have had literally no issues with it whatsoever, as I've been carrying it quite a bit. And while we're here, I'll talk about some of the skeletonization on the liner there. Just really good. And this guy, because of that, is at 3.32 ounces. Love that edge. And let me tell you, it is sharp. I have used it quite a bit. And it is really, really nice. The finishing on this, like I said, with this swedge, with the coloration here, but now if you go to the scales, the carbon fiber, boy, I can't even do it justice on the camera. It is so beautiful. And then I really like the milling they've done to it, and then the rounding off here for your thumb to go in or for your finger to go in is really, really nice. Everything else is, I wouldn't say rounded off, but more like angled off or squared off. But again, the finishing is terrific. The one not really complaint that I would have on that regard is the liners, they don't really stick up above, but they're flush with the top of the scale here. And so if you know, and by the way, I didn't mention this jimping on the flipper, very nicely done. I get a really good purchase, and that goes. But if you push down, you can tend to irritate your fingers going across these liners. They are pretty sharp on the inside edge, and you can kind of irritate your fingers. So I've just learned the more I've had it to just not do that. And by the way, you can see I barely flipped it there and it came flying right out, and I'll get to that in a minute. Jimping is terrific for both your finger and your thumb. Love dual thumb studs there for you left-handers. Got them on both sides. Got the cutout on both sides. This pocket clip, I could do without the SOG here, but I'm okay with it. It kind of looks kind of adds to the tactical look of it. But this right here is awesome. This pocket clip is going to drop down in your pocket, and nobody's going to know it's there except the clip, which of course they'll see this. But my point is, it's just a really deep carry clip and really, really nice in that regard. So, well, I got to keep it on the camera here. So there you go. This XR lock is great. Screws are nice and flush. The pivot, obviously the collar sticks up, and the pivot screw sticks up a little bit. But again, that's actually good for me, again, for that pinch grip, just to be able to really get a hold of it. So what I was saying a moment ago about it flying out of there, the detent on this thing, there is no shaking this guy out of there. It is super tight. I would almost say too tight. But you know what? Once you get, when you first do it, when I first tried to flip it, I really had a hard time getting it to come out of there. But once you get used to it and you know you have to do a little bit of force, it's really, really good. And look at the drop shut, by the way. If you didn't notice that, I'll just do it again. It's just beautiful and just gorgeous. So I'm not going to complain about the detent. I just thought I'd mention it. So got the SOG logo up here and the Terminus XR. And I don't think I mentioned it, guys, but I should have. This guy is CPM S35VN. And I just really dig that steel. It's fast becoming one of my favorites. And I really, really like the characteristics of this particular blade with the hollow grind. It's nice and thinned out here at the top. And again, that's what leads to that very reasonable 3.32 ounce weight. So this guy's $85 from what I've seen. So not bad for an S35VN, carbon fiber, milled out, all the extras. To me, I would call this not a budget knife, but a value knife. Very, very much so. I literally have added this knife to my list. Once I send it back to JB, this will be on my ever-growing list of knives that I would like to pick up for myself at some point. Again, I didn't really talk much about this, but you really get locked in with the grip here. And again, it's a perfect size for my hand. It's right under 4 inches on the handle length, and it's just really, really nice. So again, thanks to JB for loaning this one out to me. Just really like it. And by the way, that pocket clip does not, there's no issues with it being, I don't know if I can show it to you, no issues with it being a hot spot there. It's very, very nice. And the last thing I wanted to mention is blade centering. And to me, that looks pretty much dead on. So again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or specific points about this knife, please leave them in the comments or leave any comment you'd like. Thanks so much for subscribing if you are, and if you're not, please think about that and do it if you would. And thanks so much for watching the KnivesFAST channel, guys.